Back with some Starfield.
We've detached. Let's get out of here. Navigational feedback checks out. We're in the right
This is
place.
United Colony Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband.
Oh, I still contraband.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade authorities always buy.
Was there something you needed? By all means. there's anything I can do for you, please say by all means. Was there something you need? Certainly.
Please dis-
We've detached.
is interesting to recall that this is where humanity first reached out into the stars.
Sidonia. The UC clings to its old ways. I suspect this soul system would be abandoned otherwise.
Deluxe condos aren't anything special, but plenty of people call them home.
Oh, let's find a local map for this place.
The UC Exchange is a great place to be.
I hope what I'm asking for is not too difficult. Hey, I hope it wasn't too much trouble. Show me, and I'll just... That is too bad now, isn't it? This is...
Why the fuck? This-
Nothing says December. White. Like holiday charms. What comes January 1st, gourmet lovers have to wait a long 11 months.
Oh,
Hey. Been looking for you. Let's talk. I'm glad I finally caught up with you. I'm from the Trackers Alliance. We have a proposal for you. What? Oh, got it. You're trying to make a joke. The Trackers Alliance has been following your exploits and believe you have what it takes to join our ranks. There you'll meet with Agent Number 1, if you decide. Wonderful. I'll be heading out soon if there's nothing more.
Oh, this is so much better. It's excellent. I like it. I like this thing. This local maps. So much better.
How's it going? What's the good word, Chief? Bye, Chief.
What did you need? I have never. Is that it then? Hello. Need to see what I'm. That is all? Very well.
all makes sense to someone, I'm sure. I cannot tell you how any of it works. Will explain why the site was abandoned. These natural caverns likely were not worth the risk of traversing. Before we are discovered. Anyone at home? I think you may be trying to take a little too much on. Literally.
Cut me out of the red with the trade authority. Can't say I don't appreciate it, but I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor. Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts? Adrian sent you. She's... Did she look okay? Sounds like Adrian. Watch that woman lose a digit trying to get a better tissue sample. What? You can reattach a finger, Percy. So what exactly did she have you bring me? Adrian said that, huh? If she made you come all the way for this... Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests. Oh, and Lou mentioned how you took care of the debt. Can't say I'm thrilled the trade authority got their mitts on the research, but I guess that's the price you pay not to win the game. This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all in a slate.
From London.
Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved. Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst Terromorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian. It was a city wiped completely off the map by Terromorphs. The swarms are so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tal Ceti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any Terromorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-Terromorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not gonna end well for humanity.
The chances for survival, let alone maintaining any kind of functioning society, would be slim indeed.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now? The circle, huh? Could use a drink about now. Here, faster if we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
I also wish to be prepared for any situation, but there are practical limits, no?
Such a mess, bro. This place looks nice. I knew there'd be a thing here. Hell.
The biggest surprise is not that the UC engaged in xeno-warfare in the past, but that they ever stopped. I would have expected them to very quietly keep this place open.
How do you say take the elevator? What's this for the deeper part of the mine?
Not everything in the galaxy needs to come with us, you know. Did you need something? A good team always shares. Ah. Yes.
The community center on P1 is a good place to connect with others or fulfill any spiritual needs you may have.
Is that really her? Adrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say,
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
Not a lot of folks would have stuck their necks out for a stranger like that.
Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble. That's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terromorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the Cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on two conditions. One, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And two, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us. The Cabinet's the UC's highest governing body. The President, top military brass, scientific and diplomatic division heads. Any major decision the UC makes goes through them. They're the only real chance we've got of unlocking the archives. So without their blessing, we're flying blind. Well, when the Colony War came to a close 19 years ago, with the signing of the armistice, 3 factions were involved in the negotiations. The UC, Freestar, and House Varun. They made a lot of decisions about what sort of tactics should and shouldn't be permitted in future conflicts. All information related to the things they decided should be banned was locked away in the archives. Now, it's possible to get things out of there, but only with the agreement of members from all 3 factions. And as to what our research is doing in there, well, I'll get to that. Well, that's about the best news I've had all day. But before you commit, I want to make sure you know the whole story. Percival and I, We're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done. No. We were both dismissed after the war for what we did. These days, we're just concerned citizens with a very particular area of expertise. Our damage has been done for a long time. Still with us? Oh. You already knew. I'm sorry about that. It didn't seem relevant but it was during that assignment that the UC asked. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team got, under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still But if we can convince the cabinet to help us access that data, and hopefully how to prevent All right. I'm gonna go get this work up into the cabinet's hands.
Good luck. You too.
Hey, look. I didn't realize you were actually not getting my hopes up about this new equipment upgrade until I see the stuff.
I can understand wanting to honor or even celebrate history, but this may take it too far.
You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left. Check.
What is it? You do not need to ask. Honestly, So many years have been driven by survival in intense circumstances. Leisure time has been in short supply. And I suppose I have conditioned myself to not think about it much. I do enjoy combat training, though I suppose that is hardly the answer you are looking for. You have given me something to consider. Thank you for that. I have done so in the past, when necessary, but I am not the best pilot, and it seems prudent to apply my skills where they are most useful. Lately, that means aiding you. And that, I think, has worked out very well. You might find it absurd, but I have never been surrounded by such a remarkable group of people, present company included. It has been a very long time since I have been. There are worlds beyond count out there, but thank you for asking. Yes, of course. So, is something amiss? If I can take... Indeed I do. Oh. Back to it then.
Anything I can help you with?
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship. back through history, provided one does not cling too tightly to it.
I don't mind the tourists. They help the local economy.
Did you know the museum?
Hello there. Welcome to... Sadly, we're out of the special song. So... Oh, it's all good. Chunks back. Plus, we got this plan, you know? We want to see if we... Imagine. Anya's delicious. And people are bound to come visit her place to see where it all started. Oh, how can I pick just one? There's chicken chunks, beef chunks, potato chunks, cheesesteak chunks, cheesecake chunks. You know what? I'm gonna cheat if you don't mind. But seriously, I think we're just starting to get with the time. I think corporate just saw New Homestead as an untapped market. You know I do. And what's not to... My wife thinks I eat too much. If I'm completely honest, it is. And I just know it's because we never had that mouth-watering sauce. I've been in contact with some of the other restaurants out there, and they'll give me some, but... For real, good question. They have... I guess it's made at a different facility than our other food, and they don't even want to... Sometimes I get lucky and a cargo hauler pass. Wait. Oh, of course. Between what I've got personally. So, I know of another chunk that has a case of sauce ready to go for me. If you mention it to whoever's working the counter there, they'll hook you up.
Welcome to Chunks. There are always credits to be made from mining, even if they are barely enough to get by.
Need some work done?
I have to break up one more fight at Lizzie's. She and I are gonna have problems.
I've got applications in at Arkmite and Reliant. And I know most of the other applicants, so...
May not look
I think
like
I'm a
much,
shoo-in.
but there are some quality people. Let me just bring that up.
I was thinking, smells like the Centauri Mills plant is making new test batches.
Another busy day in Gagarin Landing. I'd like to help you, but there's a problem with my computer. The technician said they should be done fixing it by 1100. Normally I wouldn't allow it, but... And I wasn't looking forward to staying late to finish processing.
Please ignore the clutter.
This thing you're wearing? It's kind of creeping me out a little.
So helpful when it serves your purposes.
How about that? I guess I can call up the technician. Here's your order. Thanks.
Security here is so visible. I suppose it makes people more comfortable. Most people, anyway. I am glad to be back. It will be good to have a moment to relax. You have my attention. Until next time.
This is all exciting, but there's really a lot of pressure on this, isn't there? Gotta get this right.
Yes? I keep what... Very good.
It's cliche, but it's true. Everything has a price. You won't find a better... Many different... You'll usually find...
Captain! Over here! The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come. I'm the last. A few of my siblings, they passed when we were young. Training accidents and the like. But most of the rest were deployed to the front lines during the Colony War, and they never came back. Not a day goes by where I don't think about what the world would look like with them still in it. A non-trivial amount of gene editing. Clone, honestly, isn't even really the right term for our relationship, thanks to the amount of donor material that was required to bring me into this world. He and I are different on more than a few levels, but there's no denying the fact we're inextricably linked. He would have happily told you he was one of the greats. Ultimately, though, it didn't matter. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned. He had his men open fire on civilian ships during the Battle of Cheyenne. A battle that he ultimately ended up losing anyway, devastating the UC fleet and bringing the Colony War to an ugly end for the UC. But he's also the one who ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport during their outbreak, condemning countless lives. Both sides agreed the settled systems would be better without him. I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or, if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here. It's hard to know exactly what might sway them. I'd just be honest about what you saw. A colony wiped out, and a lot of lives lost. That's actually a souvenir from my time on Mars. The Red Devils unit I was a part of, they were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines. Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything. The human eye included. Where the name Red Devils came from in the first place. It became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the Devils had to do a stint in the mines before they could join up. The Devils were always talked about in such revered tones during my training, so as soon as I was old enough, I signed up. And the eyes were my parting gift. I mean, we never spent a lot of time together. He was too busy being Fleet Admiral to deal with kids. I was raised by a pair of guardians instead. Until his defeat during the Colony War, though, he was known as an extremely effective commander. Savvy. Perceptive. That mind opened a lot of doors for him. And for me, too. But Ve Victus, for all his ability, was heartless. Ruthless to a fault. In the end, that's what cost him his life. Eye strain from the amount of reading I've got on the horizon if we succeed. The Terromorph project never went anywhere. It couldn't. They're deadly creatures, but they aren't xenoweapons. The cabinet not opening the archives is probably a bigger risk than them handing over the files. That data itself isn't dangerous, which probably wouldn't be a bad point for us to bring up, should the opportunity arise. Come find me when you're done.
Any adventure you can fly away from. Is that what the saying goes? Yes? You will be...
Don't worry. Any bad guys try to take... Bye!
I'm here for you, my love. The two of us make quite the pair, eh? I wouldn't trade my life with you for anything else in the universe.
If it keeps us close, then I'll gladly say those words every time you ask. Well, hello, sunshine. Oh, I can tell. Ah, what? Not at all. Bye, love. Well, well. Back. I'm glad you're back. Let's get moving.
What's up? Hey there, how's it going? Bye now.
Where the hell did you learn to do all of that? Oh, please don't say neon.
Whatever you need, you got it.
Fine.
Yes, you need me? Hello. Of course. Are you ready? The bright lights and reflections are almost enough to make you forget about those living down in the well.
Still no word from the cabinet.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue. Here we go.
If we can avoid entering that building, I would prefer it. Let us just say What did you need? What have you got for me? Mm-hmm. Goodbye. Is something amiss? I am... All right, then.
Ah, Captain. Congratulations. I'm joining the ring.
I am happy to help show. Right.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terromorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
That's quite the leap, Captain. Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terromorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this Terromorph seem at all alarming to you?
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Whatever risks exist, they are outweighed by this imminent threat. I agree. The request should be granted.
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
I suppose that does get to the heart of the point, doesn't it? Very well. I consent. The galaxy was lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to... What was that?
Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
been an attack at the spaceport. Terromorphs.
Terromorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming, and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
You! The EM rifle, grab it! Now!
Stop! We're trying to help you!
Please! I can't stop!
Now would be a good time to reprioritize what we bring with us and what we leave behind. One down! Cowards.
The way those people were acting. I've seen this before.
I don't know. We tried to restrain them, but some of the other officers down there...
Pheromonic projection. Some terromorphs, it affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need... Let's do it.
Nat's unlocked. Please.
Did you hear something?
My God, no time to waste, Captain. Stash the EM and pull some firepower. Let's move!
An evacuation order has been issued for the spaceport district. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
You might back up! Don't just stand there!
Oh, God. Captain!
Closer. Closer. Closer now.
Wait, officer? Are you and this woman experts? Take whatever we can get right now. We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, but we're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before, huh? Well, got one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Get those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
You might be looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your 6.
You two have any experience with Terromorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us. Your call. We're on the line.
The rest of the city is safe, thanks to us. You deserve whatever accolades you have coming.
I do. Guess they weren't kidding about you two. Universe, but
Like hell it is. I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know that... Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That's all.
Whole building's unlocked.
That's a relief to hear. Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Heroes were
Captain?
down at that space.
Hadrian,
And that
it would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. as well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terromorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
I had some ideas on that front, Captain. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terromorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative. We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. Get you access to those credits and real estate you're after. So, will you help us? I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Those creatures killed UC citizens. They're not coming anymore.
I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data. Dealing with ambassadors? I'll coordinate putting the data to good use with the Cabinet. Hello. We'll be ready to move as soon as you've got it. No chance we'd get anything if it was me going.
Daddy?
These orders. A Vanguard captain. You... Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require. That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city. I was also informed that you gave... Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affair. We're going to do everything. And that means first getting...
Someone paid attention in current events. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire... UC.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to get them both and you'll have your data.
I couldn't agree more. Both ambassadors have reasons they won't. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately...
And I do mean cooperate, though that doesn't mean we...
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Free... The good Ambassador Radcliffe. It sounds as though... Now, officially, our office is...
Use your experiences as a member of the military.
And who knows? But my suspicion...
Certainly. See, good diplomacies...
UC Intelligence has a recording device planted.
But getting caught trespassing is a...
So, if you are...
Now, we recovered some intel, but there's also a disgruntled step.
Name's Cameron Long. He's younger than... He works closely with the ambassador. And someone...
Yes, many. Don't... If something goes wrong...
All right. Here.
And take these. Chief Yassine.
Ambassador Balmore's. When the rest of House Varun retreated, he's since lent his support to... Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun...
Well, these days, House Varun Zealots, a fundamentalist outshoot of the group that stayed behind when the... But that hasn't... After they ended the Serpent's Crusade about... It's why they have an embassy here in the first place, leaving behind, to our knowledge...
It does. We're not 100%. His public appearances were always rare. Scans of the facility show...
Your task is to find him.
The Varun delegation brought more than... It seems those plants have been allowed to...
Then you search the embassy for his biometric key, collect... But let's hope it doesn't...
The embassy is still legally House Varun, so... We've snuck in the occasional spy, of course, but we're quite...
I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option. Here, this device should get you all... And fair warning, we received a report that...
Now, if you have additional questions, or... I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Rat. Be smart out there, Cap.
Yes? If there's anything you need... Is that it? Then... can never quite place the smell of Sidonia. Ozone and metal and something vaguely old and ill-kept.
something, Chief?
What's happening, darling? Yes, I shall do it.
Let me guess. You missed me and you couldn't stay away. No, it's fine. Go ahead. Talk to you again soon, darling.
Fuck's sake.
You need something?
Hello?
Ah, my day just got a whole lot brighter. Yes, have a look. I'm more than ready. Let's go.
What the fuck's this leg, man?
Hey there, sleepyhead. What's the matter? Did I wear you out? Unless we're picking up parts at Terromorphs. Digging for minerals. I hope you have a good reason for landing here.
about what you did for my mom and me.
Hey, you're back! Hey, I thought you said... Did you get it? You... Take it easy. That is what... Okay. Now that I got that first...
Paradiso Security's only here.
It may be paradise.
I don't know how much longer we can go with the... Hey! And just in time, too. Thanks. Hey, I'll make sure the staff takes good care of you. I'm sorry for that. Sometimes it was not my intention to make you feel... Hey, don't forget to have some fun out there.
Let's turn in this quest, let's turn in these quests. fuck is this guy? Well, I think that's a good place to call it for now. It was pretty fun. They gotta maximize my XP boost for this one. Okay, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna call it there for now. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.